Hi, everybody. We're going to talk about how to add a wiki to your Blackboard course. Now, wikis are usually used for student signups or for anything you really where you want a student to come in and be able to edit, or a participant to come into a piece of content on Blackboard and edit. And like I was saying, for a student sign up, that this works really well. That's kind of how I've seen it used across the board. Is you have a series of time slots and you want students to sign up for them. So we're gonna go through the steps of it. It's pretty simple, but it's a little tricky just in certain spots. So you're gonna start by going to your content area where you want the wiki to live, go to tools, and then go to wikis. And so the first step here is that we're actually gonna create the wiki page. So you can see I've got a bunch in here, but if you've never used a wiki before, you likely will not have anything in here. So you're gonna click Create New Wiki. And you're going to give it a name. So we'll call this one test 1. You can put in instructions. So if you want to say, students, please find a time that works for you. If you had any availability in terms of when you wanted to show up, you would choose that here. We want it to be open to editing because we want students to be able to access it, and we're not grading it. So we're going to click submit. And now you can see this test 1 is showing up here. So this next step is actually creating a link to that specific wiki. So we're going to make sure that that's selected and then click next. And then this page is just going to show you how it will appear. So this is the name. There are the instructions that we put in. And again, you get the similar options in terms of availability and display. So you're going to click submit. And now if you scroll down to the bottom of the page you're on that you just put your item in, you see the actual wiki you just created. If you click on the name, at this point, this is where you're actually going to create the content that can be edited. So you can give this another name. I like to keep them the same, just makes it easier for me to keep track. And then if you wanted to put a table in, for instance, you would click the table button. And from here, you can choose that if you want it to be 4 columns, if you want it to be however many columns and however many rows, and it will create the table for you. Now, if you're navigating within the table, the best way to do that is to use your arrow keys. So I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard to go up or down. And then you could simply do something like, okay, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then, and let's just do Tuesday here. And then have the student's name, etc. And I think you'll get the idea, but you can add however many rows that you need. So if you add a few rows and then you realize you need to add more, this little toolbar down here will help you do that. So there's the insert row before and insert row after, so you can add more. If you need to merge cells for any reason, if you highlight the 2 cells you want to merge, go up to the table button, go to cell, you can then merge cells. But yeah, so this is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So once you add your content that you want students to add or edit to, you're going to click submit. And then from here, this is basically the exact same thing that the students will see. They'll see this edit wiki content. They just click this button and they can go in and add or update anything that you want them to do on this page. So that's wikis. That's pretty straightforward. It's just a couple steps to get it set up. But please contact us if you have any questions.